Am I really that much? And breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really know you are.
Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm gonna be telling you guys a story time on how one of the girls I used to know was like all up on my boyfriend. And I'm gonna tell you guys like every little detail that has happened and like what do you guys think about it, because you know, I don't know how I feel. I was just laughing it off at that time, but like thinking about it now, it's like what the fuck, you know. But if you guys want to know the full story, just keep on watching. Okay, so I look a little bit cockeyed. So on June 28th, me and my boyfriend went fishing that day, and you know, I was going through a little something and I just wanted to call up a friend and, you know, just tell her everything, catch up, whatever, you know, talk stories. She couldn't actually physically call me because she said like, you know, her girlfriend was like sleeping in the room and, you know, she has to work, whatever. That's fine. And I was like, yeah, well, we can text, whatever. But the next day, me and my boyfriend was supposed to go out, and she called me and she's like, hey, let's hang out. I was like, for sure, like let's do it, you know. Like she was like saying like maybe you need like a girl day out or girls night out, you know, like after everything that I like kind of been through, you know. I guess she was thinking like I need a break. I appreciated that. I should do it. So we did. We went to go pick her up. And then, mind you, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, she was drinking since 2 in the afternoon.
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
So I didn't care, like, you know, you guys can drink, you guys can get fucked up, you know, just like, I don't know, what's that word, like, common courtesy, you know, I haven't seen you in years. Like, girl, you know, this is just a night out. We ain't gonna get fucked up, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm going through something right now. And we picked her up, you know, she had her bag and purse. I hugged her, said hello. She was fine and all that. And she was like, you know, we were talking stories. She was like, oh, you guys want to take shots? I was like, no girl, like we're fine. We don't do that. We don't drink like that, you know. Me and my boyfriend, we don't do that at all. Like we're not like that. So, you know, she was a bit pushy. She was like forcing us. She even brought it out. She's like, oh, I'll like pour it in a cap and you guys can drink or whatever. Like it can be like a sip. Like, girl, no. You know, my boyfriend's driving. He doesn't like shots like that. He only drinks beer, but like it's not like all day every time. It's like occasionally. I think the last time he ever drank anything was 2 years ago. So yeah, that's why we're not really like that. So you know, we were just telling her no. I was like, girl, you drink, you go ahead, you do you. Like, just, you know, I don't want to drink. Nobody wants to drink with you. I know it's like a little bit like of a party killer, but like I just told her before we picked her up, like, oh, I just want to go eat, you know, talk, catch up, whatever. I haven't seen her in like years, and I have met her in 2019, and I knew her like for like 3-4 years, and then like, you know, we just been mutuals, like, you know, friends, whatever. So we get to the restaurant, you know, like I told her like, oh, are you hungry? Like we can go eat or something. And then, you know, like, yeah, we can go eat, whatever, I'm hungry. So we went to this all you can eat, whatever, and she's like, oh no girl, I'm not gonna go eat, I'm gonna go drink more. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, just letting you know, I guess they charge, you know, if they're there. We could have went to somewhere small or some place that's like you order what you want and you pay for it, not like, you know, all you can eat, whatever. So it's like my boyfriend was already irritated. He's like, what the fuck, like you guys could have just told me, whatever. But it's fine. You know, she ordered these like party bowls, and it was like these soju bowls, and I guess she was like saying like, oh, you want to drink? I was like, no girl, I am no bitch, no. So I was just telling her no the whole night, because like I said, if someone's going through something, like, all they want is someone to talk to. Happen it to just being a girls' night, I want my boyfriend there. It's like, it's not fun without him, you know. And if he knows how I am, and it's like so hard for me to make girlfriends, if that makes sense. So it's like, you know, like I wanted him there, and we were gonna go out. So we're at the restaurant, we were seated, you know, we were getting our stuff. She already has been drinking. She tanked that whole shit down. I was like, oh shit, girl, you need to slow down. She's been drinking since 2 in the afternoon, and like she's drinking hards now. She's drinking like whatever she drinks. So it was kind of like shocking to me, because I'm like, oh damn, like usually, like I don't know. Like I said, I don't go out much. So she was really drunk, where she couldn't stand up. Like everything was wobbly. Everyone was paying. He was checking out at our table. He was giving tip to our waitress, and me and her was like walking the front. And then like she told me to like go in the front, walk forward, whatever. And then I was like, okay, but I didn't think of anything. And I looked back, and then I thought, like, I was like, why is she going back? Maybe she forgot something. She went to go hug my boyfriend. Like, I was like, what the fuck?
Wait a minute.
Like, usually you don't really do that with, like, you know, if you don't even know the guy, you know what I mean? And it's so weird, because like there's a certain hug you hug people, you know, like guys, like if I was to hug like somebody, it would be like, oh hi, you know, you wouldn't wrap your whole arm around him, around his neck. So it's like, you know, it's like there's a certain way you hug people, and you know, it's like, okay, you guys might think I'm tripping out, but just wait till like it gets better. So I didn't think of it. I'm like, my boyfriend looked at me, he just stood there like a fucking stick, and he's like, what the fuck is she doing? And I was like, girl, I didn't mind, like, you know, I didn't give a fuck. I was okay. But she was like, no, let's go to the club, like, let's go. I'm like, girl, I don't have my ID. I just turned 21. Like, I'm not ready yet, you know. I'm like I said, I'm going through something, and I'm not ready to go out and party. Like, I just want to chill a night with me, my boyfriend, and you. Like, we just talk, you know, like catch up, whatever. And she was just like kind of forcing it. She's like, let's go, come on, like. And then she was like, oh, you can use my ID, like no one's gonna know. I'm like, girl, we don't fucking look alike. We're not even the same skin tone. I'm like, girl, you hella lighter than me, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, girl, they have freaking security guards, they have like bouncers and shit. And then she's like, oh yeah. I'm like, okay, you're drunk, we gotta go home. So I was making excuses. I was like, my boyfriend has to work at like 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, his boss is so strict on him because he's been calling off. And then she looked at my boyfriend and she was like, why are you calling off for, you know? And it's like, okay girl, we gotta go home. So I had to force her to go home. I was telling her, okay girl, we're gonna take you home now. And she's like, okay, she's fucked, we gotta go take care of her. So I'm a good ass motherfucking friend, okay? I don't just leave anybody, you know, whatever you do or who you are. I'm not like that. I don't leave you on the road, you know. So we just took her, and we were driving in the car, and then my boyfriend's blasting music, and he has loud subs. So it's like, okay, like everything is going, she's having fun, she's feeling herself, she's screaming, like, you know, like what you do at a club, you don't do in a car with just 2 people who are like sober, just chilling, you know. So like, you know, she's like, turn up the music, you know, whatever. I'm like, girl, she literally sat in front, like in the middle of us, in the middle console. And I was like, okay girl. And then at first she was reaching her hand out in the car, her left arm like closer to my boyfriend. And at first I was like, oh, maybe she wants the AC like full blast. So my boyfriend was like, what does she want? Like, what is she doing? I was like, I don't know, like, girl, like, what do you want? Did you want it more warm, you know? Because she was just reaching her arm, like she was reaching in the front. And I was like, girl, I need you to speak to me, because right now you're just doing hand gestures. I don't know anything, I can't read. And then she's like, no, she's like waving her arm. And then I'm like trying to take her arm, like, girl, what the fuck are you doing? Like, because like my boyfriend drives stick, and like you don't fucking touch all of that bullshit when he's driving, because like he's moving it, you know, all that bullshit. If you guys know any sports car, or if you guys drive that stuff. So she was like going, I was like, girl, you know, I just left her. I was like, what is she doing? Okay, she can go turn up the music, whatever. My boyfriend was like, does she want the music louder? And then she was like, no. So I didn't understand the fuck she was doing, you guys, okay? So I just left her, but I was watching her because I was like, girl, like me, I was scared she was gonna grab the what is that called, babe? The shift knob. I was scared she was gonna grab it and like test it out because she was looking at my boyfriend do it, but like no, she wasn't. That's why I was kind of like aware. I wasn't thinking of anything, but when I seen her, she was like rubbing my boyfriend's thigh and going up and down. I was like, bitch, the fuck are you doing? You know? And my boyfriend was kind of shocked. I was fucking baffled. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you know, you have a girlfriend, girl. And then like I grabbed her arm and I was like, girl, what are you doing? And then I was like laughing, and then I was like, bitch, I'm fucking baffled. Usually I have a toxic side that's like, bitch, get the fuck out. But that night I was like an airhead. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like never in my life have I ever like experienced this ever. So I'm like, she's like 15 years older than me, girl, and like all of that stuff was kind of new to me. So it's like, you know, at first I was like, okay, maybe she didn't know what she was doing, you know. I kind of gave her like a strike one, and then next thing you know, like she was waving her arm up, she was like woohoo and all that bullshit, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm hating it now. I'm hating this car ride. Like, we're supposed to chill vibe, you know, not get crazy. She's like, oh, let's go upstairs, go to the club, let's go drink more. And I'm like, oh, you know, like fucking icked out. So, you know, and then she was like touching me. She's like, oh girl, you're so pretty. I'm like, thank you. Like, you know, like, girl, I know you're drunk. And like, you know, she was rubbing on my boyfriend's shoulder, like hugging him, like rubbing his chest and all that. So I literally took her arm and I snatched it around me. I was like, girl. And then she thought I needed her hug, and she's like, girl, you're okay, you know, there's nothing to be scared of. Because my boyfriend was like driving 100 miles per hour, like ready to take her home because he was pissed off. And like I felt sorry because like never in his life has he ever been sexually harassed. Yeah, so that was brand new. We were both baffled. He was pretty pissed off the whole ride. You know, my boyfriend has courtesy. He's a shy dude. So like the girl, she was like, can you go more up? Let's go drive around. So my boyfriend drove up. I'm like, girl, like, you know she's all fucked up. So I was so pissed off at her. I was like, why the fuck? And you know, like, I couldn't tell her because she was literally, her face was in between our face, like we were about to fucking kiss or something. And then I was holding her arm and my camera's almost about to die. But yeah, we dropped her off, and it was such a fucking mess. We dropped her off, and this is not the first time like she hugged my boyfriend while drunk, because that was a one-time thing because we never seen her like in years. But this time I knew what she was gonna do, so I grabbed all of her stuff, her crown bottles and all of stuff. I stuffed it in her bag. I was like, okay girl, you know how to go home? You want me to call your girlfriend and pick you up? She's like, no, I got it. She was like, I think I forgot something in the car, I want to go back, you know. I was like, no, you did not forget anything in the car. I changed my tone. I was like, no, you need to go up right now because you're drunk. And she's like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna make sure everything's here. And then I already know her. Like, I already know she's gonna go in the car and hug my boyfriend and like say thank you and caress him, because like she's been always telling my boyfriend like, oh, you're such a good man, you're such a good guy, like, you know, like, oh my god, how are you this good? You know, like, yeah, I know he's good. The fuck? Like, he lives with me. So, like, the fuck? You don't gotta, you know, now she's talking to him. So I was like, girl, you're supposed to be talking to me. Like, telling me, like, how I have a good man. You know what I mean? So, when my boyfriend parked his car, he kind of hugged the car next to him, because my boyfriend thought, like, she was gonna come in, rip the door open, and fucking, like, sexually assault him more. But I was like, so pissed off. I was like, why are you fucking parking? Like, why are you listening to her? But you know, my boyfriend has like respect at, you know, like at a level, at a certain level. So next morning, whatever, we got home, me and my boyfriend, you know, like we're talking about it. We were like surprised, we were shocked. He was crying a little bit, like, oh my god, I got sexually harassed. But you know, that's fine, because I was there to baby him. So the next day, the next morning, she was spamming my phone. I didn't wake up until like 1. So she was spamming my phone, calling me, texting me, and she was like, girl, I don't know what happened. I left my keys outside my door. Like, I was blacked out. I don't even know how I got home. So I was just so fed up. Like, so much shit happened at one night. Like, only a fucking psycho can comprehend all of that. So unfortunately, like, I had to block her. I was a little bit sad because, like, you know, it's just like, yeah, I don't know, I just blocked her, and it was just crazy. Like, I'm already going through a lot in my life. I don't need drama, I don't need anything. I was just trying to protect me and my boyfriend's peace, because I didn't want anything getting in the way of that. And like I said, a lot of things is already going on in my life that I cannot handle, like, one more thing on top of it, like, seriously. So I blocked her. I was supposed to get hired at a job, whatever, like, I applied for, and she was telling me like, oh, I talked to like so and so, like, if you don't want to take the job or whatever, like, that's fine. You know, she just wanted me to talk to her, and I'm like, fuck it. Like, if God doesn't want me to take it because I didn't get a call back, then that's God's choice. Maybe he was trying to protect me from something. So I put my trust in God, and honestly, like, I was still following her on my socials, you know, like, I just didn't want to call or text back, because I was, like I said, I was going through something. And like, she didn't understand. I already told her. I was hoping she was understandable, you know, but she didn't understand, and which was kind of like sad, because like, me hoping she'd understand, like, oh, maybe she doesn't want text, maybe she's going through so much, I should give her some space. No, like, nothing like that ever crossed her mind. And she then texted me, or like, she commented on my post saying like, oh, how can you like block me on like, you know, calls or phone, but you can't even like block me on Instagram or socials? Like I find that weird, you know, whatever. So that's what happened. And she posted on her story saying like this whole paragraph. I'm gonna put it on the screens for you guys to read, but yeah, like, that's all that happened. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this story. It was very like long, very dramatic. Everything happened all at once. Like, I couldn't comprehend with anything what happened. I had to like comprehend everything the next day. But yeah, that was crazy, and I'm staying my ass home. So I hope you guys enjoy the story time. If you guys want more, please let me know. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.
Gotta say a word, keep getting me what I'm looking for. I just gotta tell everybody, I don't wanna keep it on the low. Goddamn, I love you. I love you.